Here's another one of those Dave and Darren Top 5 Things podcasts. These are the top 5 things we managed to get done on our morning show on Planet 93.9. My name is Dave. This gentleman to my right is Darren. Hello, Darren.
Hello, friends. The podcast is brought to you by the good people at Nature's Treatment of Illinois. You can order recreational items online from the Galesburg location and order medicinal items online from the Milan location. All you have to do is go to the website. That would be ntillinois.com.
Here's number one.
Number one.
Like the scandal with the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, what's going on?
The winner of the Kentucky Derby failed a drug test.
We've never seen so much juice in a horse.
Medina Spirit, who won the Kentucky Derby last weekend, flunked a post-race drug test. The test sample was found to include 21 picograms, which is twice the legal threshold of a steroid, beta-methazone. Bob Baffert, the Hall of Fame trainer, says, "I was shocked when I heard this.
Does it shock you?
I got the biggest gut punch in racing for something I didn't do," he says. He says he didn't administer the drug.
Oh.
No one on his team did either.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess we know what Medina's Spirit was.
The Louisville Courier-Journal says that after the news broke, Baffert was suspended from entering horses at Churchill Downs. He's requesting that a split sample be tested. That's something that they let you do.
Uh-huh.
We don't know whether those results will be available. But Churchill Downs said if the findings are upheld, Medina Spirit's results will be invalidated and Mandaloun will be declared the winner. So I hope you hung on to your tickets, everybody.
Well, let's not get too excited, everyone. I mean, that same amount showed up in my blood work, too. So
well, but you just came off the weekend.
yeah. That's right. In my defense.
In your defense,
It is just early Monday.
Mandaloun was 15-1, by the way. So...
Yeah, think of the people that didn't hold on to their tickets.
Oh, but I had that.
I had it! And I thought, you know what, I might as well hang on to it.
Now, they can't come after you if you walked away from the... once the race was official and you took your money, that's your money. If you bet on Medina Spirit, right?
Come get it.
We're gonna need that money back.
Yeah, how does that work out? Because you would have to pay out to the horse that actually won, but
Yes.
you can never get your money back from the one that
No.
you've already paid out.
No, they're out a lot of money.
That's a double dip there.
Yeah, you got to pay for two winners.
Uh-huh.
That's not ideal.
No.
Although, I mean, do the math. More horses lost than won. So
Yes.
they'll still do okay.
Yeah, but a lot of those horses nobody bet on.
Well, think of all like the...
I mean, who bets on a horse that's named Dead Last?
I'd put... what are the odds? Who's the trainer?
The odds are not good.
Let me get a look at the program, and I'll tell you what I think.
The horse that I bet on that was named Dead Last was actually a pig.
This drug, this steroid, that you're allowed to have some of it in your horse.
Yes.
Just
Why?
not as much of it as was in this horse.
And that is used for
allegedly.
what? Just like recovery for the horse or something?
Yeah, I
Or-
think that's it. This was also found in a test of Gamine, who also, by the way, trained by this Baffert character, who ran third last fall in the Kentucky Oaks. In 4 decades, Baffert's horses have failed 30 drug tests.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that seems like a lot of drug tests for horses to fail.
Was the Burger King there again this year? Remember the year the Burger King was
At the Kentucky
at
Derby?
the Kentucky Derby?
I'm going to confess something. Since I didn't have any action on the Derby, I didn't watch a minute of it.
Well, I'm talking about an earlier Kentucky Derby from a couple of years ago.
Right, I do remember the Burger King
just
showed up for
being
some reason.
there.
That was weird. And they never really explained it or put it in any context. It was just a guy walking around with the Burger King costume.
Yeah, hanging out with like the family that owned the horse that won.
Right. But they never said, like, here's what's going on with that. It was just
It was just the Burger King.
Which made me wonder if they're going to make burgers out of like the horses that didn't win.
This is why I'm here. I'm here to.
Yeah, Bob Baffert, the Burger King is Bob Baffert's good luck charm. It's specifically this guy.
Right.
So this Bob Baffert who's in trouble, the Burger King does hang out. Like when he won the Triple Crown a couple years ago, the Burger King was there. Because why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, I'm here to pick up all the losers.
The Baffert is said to be very superstitious, and he invited the Burger King after a previous win. Burger King pays money to have the Burger King hang out in the box with Baffert,
okay, yeah.
and then that money is given to charity. The Permanent Disabled Jockey Fund.
What?
That's what they do. I would, if I were in the marketing department of Burger King, I would be the one that raises my hand and say, do we really want our
About horses?
our fast food restaurant
That's
to
it.
have an alliance with horses? That
That's
just
an
seems like
excellent point, David.
seems like we're asking for
Yeah.
we're asking for people to make very easy, very obvious jokes about our meat.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that the Burger King was there.
I bet he was. I bet why wouldn't he be?
Baffert
Did
says,
anyone watch it? Did anyone watch the Kentucky Derby? Was Burger King there?
Baffert says, I am the most scrutinized trainer, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, your horses have failed drug tests 30 times. Other trainers suspect Baffert of systematic cheating. He has consistently denied wrongdoing and blames the positive test results on environmental contamination or human error.
And sunspots.
He says there's problems in racing, but it's not Bob Baffert.
Yeah. There's a lot of filth in the air.
Well, I guess
I'm gonna blame it on the ragweed.
if you bet on the horse that came in second, always hang on to your tickets, I guess.
Yeah. Forever.
Right? Just keep a shoebox full of all of your tickets.
Yeah, that's not hoarding.
No, well, not if it could potentially be. There was a thoroughbred racehorse who was named Burgoo King, and he won the first two legs of the Triple Crown.
When?
1932?
Okay.
1932, Burgoo King won the first two legs of the Triple Crown, but did not win the Belmont Stakes.
You want to be talking about steaks and horses?
It just seems
the whole thing.
It just seems like, guys, we're inviting a lot of snickering.
A lot of scrutiny.
Snickers!
Ruffle.
Number
Two.
Last night was, it was Mother's Day yesterday, and got takeout. Told my wife, she could have whatever she wanted because she'd done an extra good job of being a mom in the last year.
Chicago wasn't enough.
Well, she did Chicago, and then she came back, and then we did takeout from her favorite place, and I ordered online, right?
Yeah.
And then they say, "Okay, great, it'll be ready. We will text you when it's ready for pickup."
Right.
But they also said on the website it'll be ready. Orders are ready 15 to 20 minutes after you make the order. So I went 20 minutes after the order. There was a line. Place is very busy yesterday, which is kind of good to see. A big line of people to get the takeout. We were all waiting in line at the door when a woman named Patty barges through and goes right in front of all of us to announce that she's there to pick up an order. When there were like 5 of us waiting in line just to be like recognized.
Move over. I'm Patty.
Patty's in a hurry. Anyway, I got things figured out. They gave me the order, and it was enjoyed by all. I mention this only because I got a text at 4:00 in the morning saying, "Hey, your order's ready for pickup. Do you need directions?" And I'm thinking that must be an automated thing.
Yeah.
Or was somebody waiting all night for me to pick up an order I already picked up.
Do you need
It's-
directions? Because I've been waiting here all night long for you to come pick this up. I'd like to go home.
We have families. We'd like to go home and see.
How dare you?
Right, no, but I did come and pick it up. If you would have sent me this text, 10 hours ago, it would have been great.
Yeah.
Where your order is ready for pickup. Do you need directions? No.
I've already voided the pickup. Okay? And by that I mean,
Yes, we understand. Not the transaction.
I am voiding the order
As we speak.
as we speak.
Here's a Florida story that. Oh boy. This one's going to go down hard. Florida man arrested for stealing a treasure trove of Lynyrd Skynyrd memorabilia.
Oh. You're a dead man.
William James Walker, which is a name that sounds like someone who would be arrested for stealing $12,000 worth
Yeah.
of Skynyrd memorabilia.
It really does.
William James Walker, 38 years old, wanted for the theft of a trailer filled with rock relics, which were intended to be sold for charity. The trailer disappeared from the parking lot of a Days Inn in Orange Park, Florida on April 9th, just one day before the items inside were set to be auctioned off at a cancer benefit. The Jimmy Van Zant Cancer Benefit in Middleburg was set to honor the late musician Jimmy Van Zant, who was a cousin of Lynyrd Skynyrd's Donnie, Johnny, and Ronnie Van Zant, who died of liver
And
cancer.
The often overlooked Lonnie Van Zant.
Ronnie, Lonnie, Donnie, Johnny, and their sister Connie. Ronnie Van Zant died of liver cancer in 2016. The stolen items included irreplaceable mementos from Lynyrd Skynyrd, as well as a 1957 Les Paul guitar signed by Greg Allman, Brian Howe, Butch Trucks, and others. Brian Howe died of cancer too, didn't he?
I think that's right. Of your Bad Company fame.
They're saying here that this is stuff that can't be replaced. Okay, don't ask me why, but I was spending some time this weekend listening to Bad Company.
Uh-huh.
Just every once in a while, I need a fix of some AOR stuff. Every once in a while, I got to unplug from the alternative machine.
But
and
what
just
Bad
go back.
Company were you, whenever you listen to Bad Company, you listen to the Brian Howe Bad Company.
No.
you weren't?
I've been in a real Paul Rogers frame of
okay.
mind recently.
Good for you.
And there's the album Burning Sky.
Yes.
He's got a look on the album cover where he's just decided, I'm wearing pants and a kimono, and this is my look now. Respect this. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I think I'm going to go as Brian Rogers from the Burning Sky album for Halloween this year.
Or just this Friday.
Or maybe at the remote this Friday at Crawford. That's not bad. One of the organizers of this cancer benefit says, we have guitars that are signed by a lot of the band members. A lot of them aren't even alive anymore. It's stuff that cannot be replaced. Orange Park Police Department obtaining an arrest warrant for William James Walker, charging him with felony grand theft.
So now it's just a matter of catching him, huh? Mm-hmm. He's on the run?
He is on the run, known to frequent hotels in the Jacksonville area. He has a tattoo of praying hands on his forearm and a spider inked on his shoulder. If you find this man, please alert authorities so they can get all that Lynyrd Skynyrd memorabilia. As bad as this is, it's not the craziest Lynyrd Skynyrd theft of all time. That would be 20-some years ago when they tried to rob the graves of Ronnie Van Zant. Right? The grave robbers who tried to take the bodies of the deceased Skynyrd members who had died in a plane crash, 30 years before? 25 years before?
Uh-huh.
What was the plan with these grave robbers? What were they going to do with the bodies of Ronnie Van Zant and
I'm not
Steve
sure
Gaines?
they knew.
Did you think this all the way through? Were you going to hold him for ransom or
have him run for Senate?
I'm reading here from the Jacksonville newspaper. This is an article from June of 2000. So this is almost 21 years ago. Nearly 23 years after Lynyrd Skynyrd rock singer Ronnie Van Zant and guitarist Steve Gaines were laid to rest at Jacksonville Memory Gardens, vandals broke into a tomb and disturbed their remains. Authorities did not speculate on a motive, nor whether the intruders may have been deranged fans of Lynyrd Skynyrd seeking a bizarre memento or simply vandals out for a night of destruction. Look at this, I got it, Ronnie Van Zant's big toe. What do you think of that?
The state of Florida has elected Ronnie Van Zant, U.S. Senator.
Florida? But that's America's wing.
They have done worse. Clay County Sheriff's deputies found Van Zant's unopened casket on the ground at 3 o'clock in the morning at the rear of a marble mausoleum. A plastic bag containing Gaines' cremated ashes and an urn also found nearby. The bag had a hole in it, and it looked like a small amount of the cremain spilled out of the bag when they pulled it from the urn. The ash remains of Cassie Gaines, Steve Gaines' sister and vocalist with the band, were undisturbed. The Gaines siblings and Van Zant, along with 3 members of the group's road crew, were killed in October of '77 when their twin-engine airplane crashed into a Mississippi swamp. Family members gathered at the cemetery, but declined to discuss the incident with the reporters. We're gonna go to that mausoleum. We're gonna take damn Ronnie Van Zant with us. That's gonna look pretty boss up there on that shelf right there next to all my.
Don't be poking a hole in my bag, man.
A heavy object had been used to shatter the stone wall in front of the marble mausoleum containing Van Zant's casket. How cool would that be if we had Ronnie Van Zant's head here in the house? Smoke grass right out of his skull. That'd be pretty damn cool. There have been greater, more disturbing capers with Lynyrd Skynyrd, is the only point I want to make.
Right.
In defense of William James Walker.
Number 3.
Three.
Man hiking on a Missouri trail shot over the weekend by a hunter who thought he was a turkey. Thought the hiker.
A jive turkey.
The hunter thought the hiker was a turkey. He mistook him for a turkey. Jive
Yeah, you
turkey.
got to be careful what sort of headdress you wear in the forest. Not the best idea.
Well, it's not a good look.
You're kind of asking for it.
This is Saturday afternoon. St. Charles County Police responded to the Lewis and Clark Trail. Hunter thought a hiker was a turkey and shot him. Rescue crews had to use a utility task vehicle to remove the man from the wooded area before he was flown to a hospital with serious life-threatening injuries.
My God, my mouth started to water when I saw that big plump turkey. I had visions of that golden brown skin. You can imagine my disappointment when I came upon him.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
That's just a hiker.
Oh,
Rip off.
just kick dirt on you.
It was a really bad accident, according to a spokeswoman for the St. Charles County Police Department.
I was already planning the stuffing in my head. I was going through the recipe.
Oh my gosh. A witness says, telling the St. Louis Post-Dispatch that she saw first responders tending a man on a stretcher who appeared unresponsive.
Ugh.
She said he was mostly covered with a yellow tarp as a man dressed in camouflage stood nearby.
That would be the shooter.
They cover you with a tarp?
So how'd your turkey hunting going?
Not the best. So
I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to do that again.
the secret is to wear bright colors if you're going to go hiking, I guess, right?
Why did you What, did you meet your limit? Kind of.
The hiker was shot during a turkey hunt that's managed by the Missouri Department of Conservation. The hunt was supposed to wrap up around 1 o'clock, and this shooting happened at like 12:30.
Oh, boy.
Turkey hunting season came to its conclusion yesterday. So this is just north of St. Louis where this happened.
How do you ask a man to be the last turkey shot?
Wow. There was a story last December where a hunter was fatally shot by his dad because the dad thought he was a deer. That story was in Ohio.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Yeah, father and son go out deer hunting. It was during the annual deer gun hunting week there in Ohio. Father and son have been doing this for more than 20 years, and Bradley Smith mistook his son, who was not wearing orange hunting gear, for a deer and shot him.
Well, I tell you what, that sort of thing is going to happen. I thought those deer up on, what was it, I-80 were raptors for just a second. So you can make mistakes.
I mean, I guess I just, as someone who's not a hunter, I don't understand how you could mistake a human being for a turkey or a deer.
Well, I could have swore that those deer were raptors.
Oh, can you imagine killing your son because you thought he was a deer? That's awful. That's just awful. And
That's the worst.
And this, this story in St. Louis doesn't sound that great.
No.
Life-threatening injury and said to be not responsive. So that's not great. When is turkey season here? April 9th through the 11th is youth-only season. April 21st, the fourth season of turkey hunting in Iowa is April 28th to May 16th.
So coming to a close.
Yeah.
In another week.
Yeah. I would suggest if you're someone who likes to go out for hikes, and I love to go hiking. There's plenty of great places around here you can do it. Don't make gobble noises, I guess.
Yeah, even if you think that's funny.
You might get a real kick out of it. Don't strut like a turkey.
No, don't bob your head. If you have a natural gait that includes you bobbing your head, stay out of the forest. If people tell you that's
right, like if you're the sort of person that would get shot because people would think you were a turkey, and your friends are like, I could see it.
I could see it.
We tell them all the time, you got to knock off that turkey walk. Just walking in the forest like this.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
Your turkey trot's going to get you killed.
You can't walk like that anywhere.
No, stop doing that. You shouldn't walk that way in the mall. You shouldn't.
No.
Certainly not the forest. Don't walk that way in an airport. What have we always said? Cool the turkey trot.
If you're walking like that in an airport, they're not going to let you on a plane.
No, cool it. They'll kick you out of a grocery store.
Well, you hope the best for this Missouri hike. Oh, it says here the Missouri hiker was shot in the chest.
Oh,
That's not great. That is not great. Well, I don't have any updates on the
didn't
condition
mean
of
to
the
ruin
hiker.
the breast meat.
Four.
Another story of a teacher getting in trouble over something that happened on a Zoom class. Remember what was it, Captain Spanky or whatever his name was? The guy who did birthday parties for kids as a pirate, who was also a teacher, and he got caught doing something to himself during a Zoom class. This one is a little bit different.
But didn't he try to spin it as what was the spin that he was trying to
Well,
put?
he didn't know he was still on. He thought he had logged off, and then he got right to work on taking care of
This is going to put me out of the
business.
pirate business.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not doing kids' birthdays or teaching children when you expose yourself and start...
I am no longer going to be able to be a pirate clown. I don't know if you
What's
guys...
his concern?
I don't know if you guys understand the gravity of the situation here.
Oh, no more Yankee, my Winky.
This is my job.
It's one thing to lose my job as an educator.
Yes.
But as a pirate clown, I'm
You don't
also
bounce
getting...
back from that.
His name wasn't Captain Spanky, but it was something like that, right? Wasn't the name like... It was some sort of name that would lead you to believe there were some red flags to begin
yes.
with there. This story comes to us from New York City, where a Spanish teacher's in trouble for sucking on a companion's nipple as the kids were watching on a Zoom video class there.
How is that a mistake?
Amanda Fletcher, a 14-year veteran teacher, started fooling around in full view of her Columbia Secondary School students during a class last September. Reading here from the Special Commissioner of Investigation for the New York City School District report, it says, quote, while she was supposed to be teaching a class, Fletcher engaged in a clearly inappropriate and unprofessional act. Video clips that were captured by her clever students showed Fletcher rocking her head back and forth as she sucked on an unidentified companion's nipple and then gyrated her shoulders and smiled.
And didn't do any of it in Spanish.
Me gusta leche. Gyrating your shoulders. What are you doing? Fletcher then returned to teaching and helped students complete a worksheet.
Now let's get back to that worksheet.
Miss Fletcher, that's going to be a no from me. I just learned something in Spanish class.
That had nothing to do with Spanish.
Before the funny business, students could see Fletcher scarfing spaghetti and her shirtless companion walking around in the background for several minutes.
Italian food?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, suck a nipple. The report urging that Fletcher face unspecified disciplinary action, but we don't know if she was published. It says here during the probe, she got reassigned to a different class. The investigation was launched after a student at the high-performing school in Morningside Heights and their mother complained about the incident. They submitted several clips of Fletcher that were circulated by students on the social media site Snapchat. Can you imagine? Like, I know a lot of this doesn't make any sense to us because we didn't ever take classes over a computer. But can you imagine your teacher's teaching Spanish and then just start sucking on somebody's nipple during the class?
Can I imagine it? It's all I ever thought about.
Fletcher, it says here, refused to cooperate with the investigation. Yeah, that's probably a good move.
What's done is done.
I can't.
I mean, I don't know that I'd be any help. I'd love to help you, but I don't know how.
I'd love to tell you.
I think I may be just too close to the situation. I'm kind of in the eye of the storm, so I don't. You might be seeing something I don't see.
Rocking her head back and forth as she sucked on the unidentified companion's nipple and then gyrated her shoulders as she smiled. What?
Yeah.
Another source here saying that the companion was a male companion. It was a dude. So they're eating spaghetti.
Sort of dude.
And then she's,
That's a spicy meatball.
Fletcher gave no explanation for her alleged conduct and declined to be interviewed by the investigators.
No more questions.
The alleged behavior started 12 minutes before class ended, while all the students were still present on the call.
Yeah, you start watching the clock at that point.
All right, well, my shirtless companion and I are going to eat this spaghetti, and I'm going to get a little pepperoni here while I'm at it. And, you kids need some help on the worksheet? I'm still here.
Get back to the worksheet. Eyes on your paper.
gyrating her shoulders and smiled. That's good nipple. Well, she's teaching somewhere else. Didn't lose her job. She's been a teacher since 2007.
She's a real pro.
The they say here that they need to beef up the training on appropriate and acceptable behavior while interacting remotely with students.
Yeah, you might want to look into that.
Do you really need to train a teacher to not suck on a dude's nipple during class?
I didn't know we needed to cover that.
Teachers should exclude non-classroom participants from appearing.
Yes, I mean, the eating of the spaghetti was over the line.
Yeah, we don't need to see anyone that's in your apartment that's not you. Also, you should not engage in eating, snacking, smoking, vaping, or in any other way using tobacco
Or grinding.
or any activities that might prevent an educator from maintaining total focus in the classroom. I would say that would take away my focus during a Spanish class. So they are reminding the teachers there in New York that virtual classrooms need to follow the same protocols as in-person classrooms. And this teacher probably heard that and thought, great, I can have him over to the classroom for some nipple time.
Mm-hmm.
If you can think of a better way to finish it on an Italian meal, I'd love to hear it.
That's right. Finish strong. I always say that.
5,
5.
How rich is Jeff Bezos? He's so rich that his yacht
Has a yacht.
has a yacht.
Right.
Bezos is having a boat built. It will be among the biggest sailing yachts on the seven seas,
Yeah.
417 feet long, multiple decks, 3 masts, I should say. But there's no helipad on it,
So,
which doesn't make any sense because that girlfriend of his is a helicopter pilot.
is that right?
Yeah. So how do you get to the yacht?
Well, the yacht next to you.
You use a support yacht, exactly. And that yacht will have a helipad. So you land on the support yacht, and then you go to the super yacht. They're calling it the Y721. Yacht being built in the Netherlands. And this boat will cost about $500 million.
Yeah, that's gross. That's obscene.
This guy is worth $180 billion. And he's having a $500 million boat made. The super yacht industry, according to Bloomberg, is booming because the super, super rich are racing to outdo each other to build floating mansions.
And what did Amazon pay in taxes last year?
Bezos building something that is, again, a $500 million boat.
Gross.
The wealth of billionaires increased 54% from March of last year to March of this year. So he's going to be fine on his boat. But
Still going to drop dead someday.
how much, like, a $50 million boat seems like it would be a lot. A $500 million boat? What?
That's basically, yeah.
What? Why is it so much? Like, it just because of the size of it? Is it nuclear powered? Like, what goes on there?
That's what football stadiums go for.
Right. There are 50 boats longer than 100 meters currently under construction. This boat, by the way, is something that they've been working on for a while. It says here in the Bloomberg piece, COVID was not a factor when he put in his order a couple of years ago.
How do you like the commission on that sell?
I mean, you'd be done working, right?
You would be done.
I retired. I sold Jeff Bezos a boat.
Uh-huh.
He got a taste in 2019 for the yachting life.
Well, who doesn't?
A sailing yacht of his buddy Barry Diller and wife, fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg. It gave him a taste, and he said, I must have it. There were rumors circulating that he had purchased a 130-meter motor yacht called the Flying Fox.
I've bought the Pacific Ocean.
There's no helipad on this yacht because the sails are so big. So that's why there's no helipad. You can't land a helicopter because the sails are so big. You get caught up in the sails. So you need another yacht to land your girlfriend's helicopter, and then there you go.
Be careful.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I didn't think it'd be like this.
What an enjoyable review of the things we got done on our morning show.
Yes, a review.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for downloading, subscribing, liking, telling your friends about it, listening, all of the things that you've done, all the gerunds. We appreciate them.
The podcast brought to you by Nature's Treatment of Illinois. They have 2 locations, Tech Drive in Milan and West Main Street in Galesburg. Milan's open every day. Galesburg is open weekdays and Saturdays. The Milan store offers both medicinal and recreational. Galesburg is recreational only. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter and connect with Nature's Treatment on Twitter and Instagram.
Until we get a chance to do it again, hang loose, kooks.
You stay classy and safe, Quad Cities.
Come on, Quad Cities, represent. This is for the Quad Cities record spot. Davenport, yeah, we keeping it locked. Rock Island, come on, and it just don't stop. East Moline, yeah, they keeping it hot.
Hey, Brian, want to get the rock out of here?
Rock yeah.